I find you stunning, but you are running me down. My love's too big for you, my love. Greetings, Aquarius, all placements. This is Ingrid Michaelson, sort of. Someone is realizing that love really isn't enough for something to continue. You know, two people really do love each other, and they are opposites. And according to the sun and the moon theory, Valerie, they should, like, we should be working out. Like, this should work out. We're opposites. You're the sun, I'm the moon, I'm the, you know, et cetera, et cetera. This should be, you know, a good fit. But it's just not. It's just not. You know, people can be on a same path, but such different levels that the one further ahead that's constantly evolving simply will always feel an internal struggle and resentment that the other one isn't catching up. And it's not that they think that the other one is like stupid or slow or anything like that, but it's just, you know, people are on different levels. You know, I think of it like two horses pulling a carriage. You know, it's like you don't put like a little Shetland pony with a giant Clydesdale because it would like break the spoke. Like it's just not set up that way. You know, it's like it's just not set up that way. So, you know, you need two Shetlands. One can be spicy and crazy, and the other one can be really, you know, slow and lazy. And that can be like the sun and moon dynamic, that they're totally stark opposite personalities, but at the core center, you know, they're the same, they're compatible, or two Clydesdales. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, someone's just realizing that it's just not compatible, Aquarius. You know, she starts the song, you've got the sort of hands to rip me apart. You got the sort of face that restarts this old heart, but my love is too big for you. You know, she says, your eyes warn me that my love is too big for you. Like, I see it in your eyes. And you've got this sort of laugh that just waters me and it makes me grow tall and strong and proud, but then you flatten me, you know? So it's like, someone really builds someone up in all of their ways. It's like, someone is like, I'm only becoming and blooming because of your love, but I'm also becoming destroyed each time I bloom. Like, every fresh bloom is immediately like cut because of your love. So like, this is a healthy dynamic in it being one of growth incentive, yes, but like it's hacking away everything that it grows. So like, what's the point in growing something, and me even growing myself, if it's just gonna get hacked down again? In fact, that's almost kind of worse, because it's like, previously, you know, other connections just didn't even water me or make me feel the things that you make me feel, so nothing, you know, I wasn't fully becoming and blooming, so I just didn't even know what was really possible. Now I see what's actually possible, but every single time I start growing into the thing that's possible, it gets hacked away. So like, this is a mind you know? So Aquarius, I get it. Like, someone here, it's a total mind F. And I find you stunning, yet you're running me down. And yet, like, my love is too big for you, yet you're exhausting me. Like, wait, what? You know, so it's, but here I am, and here we go again. If I was stronger, I would tell you no. If I was stronger, I would up and go. But here I am, and here we go again. So someone's like, you know, it's just gonna keep happening. And someone tries to, you know, meet new people. Like, I was getting the song Memories by Thutmose. I'm so sorry. I know I'm butchering that artist. But he says, you know, my memories come back to me in the form of other people. And then he's like, you know, thinking on the past, why won't you love me? And this is going to take getting used to. You know, I feel the pain when it hits me. I learned the hard way about trust and about us, you know, and you're on your high horse. We're not so stable anymore. So, you know, it's like someone can keep doing a merry-go-round with someone, and in between they try and meet other people, and all the other people just remind them of parts of their main person, and they're like, well, you know, I'm gonna end up going back that way anyway. Like, but here I am, and here we go again. Someone, it's like, it's sort of, that's why, you know, the song Sort of with Ingrid Michaelson. It's like, so, you know, where do we go from here? I was also hearing Connect by Drake. Isn't it amazing how you talk so much, but we lack communication? How beautiful our kids would be. I don't need convincing of that, but every conversation starts with, this time will be different, and it never is. So, you know, he's like, same city, same town, same friends. If you're looking for me, I'm just out here, eyes closed, swinging. Someone's just, you know, I'm just trying to connect with something, whatever. I've become numb. And I was also getting South, dirty South, Atlanta, Texas, Miami, Southern hospitality. So someone can miss someone's Southern hospitality. Someone can just miss the way someone nurtured them. You know, someone can be out here just trying to connect with something, but every person that they try and connect with just reminds them that they don't even they pale in comparison to what they're trying to replace. And yet they're also not trying to replace that thing. They're just numb, just trying to connect with something, eyes closed, just swinging. At the same time, though, at the end of that song, you know, he says, I know I said the same the last 7 weekends. So he does take some accountability, because he's like, you know, I'm realizing, okay, I just kept saying the same thing and my actions weren't changing. So someone does realize that they kept saying empty promises. And, you know, at the same time, though, he also says, I wish that she would learn to love people and use things and not the other way around. But I do have to say, based off of what he's saying in that song, you know, who did she learn that from? She likely learned that from him, because he was also loving things and using people and not the other way around. So I don't know, it's kind of interesting, because it's giving someone who's like numbed out in a connection, but they're numbed out in a connection because of the way that their partner is reacting to what they were doing or how they intrinsically were treating them. So it's like, you know, your partner wouldn't be doing the things that are making you so upset or whatever if you weren't doing something to instigate that. Not saying that it's, you know, all on you, but like you're a part of the equation. Takes two to tango. So, you know, my favorite analogy for that, Aquarius, is like two people playing tug of war. It only takes one person to let go of the rope for both people's hands to heal and not be blistered and cut up. It only takes one person for both people to heal. One person, okay? So, yeah, I don't know. There's something in that. Aquarius. Again, with the Seven of Swords, someone is being sneaky. Someone is trying to play coy. Someone knows that they're the reason. It's like someone's like, yeah, she's high maintenance, she's this, she's so hoity-toity, she's all these things. Yet he admits in the song, okay, I know I promised you the same thing and I said the same thing the last 7 weekends and I'm not following through on it. I know that I'm out here, eyes closed, just swinging, just looking to connect with something. Like, I know I'm playing, I know, you know, so it's like, okay, this is a tower moment because someone can't get away with this smugness anymore. This can definitely be someone who is used to like having status, having things your way. I'm hearing McDonald's, you can have it your way. It's giving competition. I'm hearing the Eye of the Tiger song. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it's giving someone has become ungrateful is actually what I'm hearing. Yeah, ungrateful. Literally, someone had everything. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles with a very caring, loving, feminine energy. And yet someone is like feeling stagnant, despondent, complaining about everything, not grateful. It's kind of crazy because, I mean, it makes sense. If we don't, yeah, I mean, someone is definitely breaking up the Hierophant with the Three of Swords and the Knight of Swords. There's definitely extreme betrayal here, Aquarius. But what's wild is it's true that we need friction and polarity for that magnetism, for attraction and desire to stay really strong. And it's like, something here was just too nice, you know, the picket fence. Someone here was like too agreeable. Someone here, honestly though, I feel like this can be mitigated when both parties have a ton of like passion hobbies and passion projects, because then you get to explore different aspects of your partner when they are in those different modes. You know I'm a totally different Valerie when I'm around the horses and training and writing and in that mode versus like the Valerie I am when I'm like on my harp versus the Valerie I am when I'm dancing on my pole. You know, it's like those are, and versus the Valerie I am when I'm doing readings. Those are starkly different Valeries. So someone could be with someone that's just very flat. You know, maybe they just like read, nothing's wrong with that, that's great. Like someone here is intelligent, they're good, but it's like they just go on walks and they read. And like, that's okay, but they should probably be with another person who's like that simple. It's giving someone who's like a very ambitious overachiever is with someone that they deem as lazy, but they're not lazy because they're reading. That's not a lazy thing. I don't know lazy people that actually read and educate, you know? So it's like they just like a slower, more simple lifestyle. So someone here needs to be with like another athlete. If you're an athlete, you need to be with someone who understands what it's like to prioritize training over sleep, to prioritize, you know, anything for it. There's two people here that are moving at two different paces is what I'm saying, Aquarius. And that's really what it comes down to. Someone also really wants to go towards someone. Ooh, people are fighting over somebody, or about to be. These three kings are about to be fighting over this feminine energy. And what's funny is all three of them could have to end housing, living situations to chase after this person. And the sneaky thing can be that, I mean, This person can only one can win. May the best suitor win, Aquarius, because there's like someone's gonna get left